Саламатсыздар ма? Ағылшын тілі пәнінің оқытушысы Аманжол қызы Жанна. Stress is the way our bodies and minds react to life changes. Not all stress is bad. In stressful situations, the nervous system causes to tense. It can put too much strain on your symptoms. You can take action when stress is created by something you can control. If you have too many things to do, for example, try to break tasks down and deal with one thing at a time in the order of the priority. You will just have to grin and be it. If at the first you can change your feelings, learn how to control your thoughts, analyze the problem, rationally try to keep things in perspective and don't be too dramatic. Find ways to handle your stress. For a start, going something as going for a walk, for a coffee with a friend. You don't have to let your problems rule your life. No stress, no problem.
Let us revise how to do a gap-filling activity. Read through the text to get an idea of what it is about. Read again and look at the words before and after each gap. Choose the word which fits best. Read through the completed text to check if it makes sense. In the first gap, the right word is getting, as it is a part of the collocation to get a divorce. In the second gap, the right parent is alone, though lonely is very close in meaning. Both the words go with the verb be. Yet being alone is a state of being. Loneliness is a state of mind. In the third gap, way is a perfect fit. as it is stylistically neutral. In this gap, the best variant is meet, as it combines with the preposition with. In this gap, we come across phrasal verb give. It goes with all the listed prepositions, but the meaning of the sentence makes us choose variant A, as it means stop doing something. In this gap, the correct variant is C, deep, as this attribute In this gap, the word take is a part of collocation take your mind off something, meaning to stop you thinking about something unpleasant. In the last gap, we need the verb deal, as it is the only verb from the list which goes with the dependent preposition with. In the text stressed out, you have come across the new words. Let us pay attention to them and their meaning. Tense – напрягать. Shallow – неглубокий, а дыхание. Rationally – разумно, рационально. Nutritious – питательный. Essential – необходимый, главный. Positive – позитивный. To talk about stress, you will also need the following phrases. Be sick and tired of – устать от. Get somebody down – приводить в уныние. Can't take it anymore – не могу больше это выносить. Get things out of proportion – преувеличивать, делать из мухи слона. Lose one's temper – потерять самообладание, выйти из себя.
Restlessly, feeling irritable or moody, forgetting little things, and feeling overwhelmed and isolated? Don't worry, we've all been there. You're probably just stressed out. Stress isn't always a bad thing. It can be handy for a burst of extra energy and focus, like when you're playing a competitive sport or have to speak in public. But when it's continuous, the kind most of us face day in and day out, it actually begins to change your brain. Chronic stress, like being overworked or having arguments at home, can affect brain size, its structure, and how it functions, right down to the level of your genes. Stress begins with something called the hypothalamus-pituitary adrenal axis, a series of interactions between endocrine glands in the brain and on the kidney, which controls your body's reaction to stress. When your brain detects a stressful situation, your HPA axis is instantly activated and releases a hormone called cortisol, which primes your body for instant action. But high levels of cortisol over long periods of time wreak havoc on your brain. For example, chronic stress increases the activity level and number of neural connections in the amygdala, your brain's fear center. And as levels of cortisol rise, electric signals in your hippocampus, the part of the brain associated with learning, memories, and stress control, deteriorate. The hippocampus also inhibits the activity of the HPA axis, so when it weakens, so does your ability to control your stress. That's not all though. Cortisol can literally cause your brain to shrink in size. Too much of it results in the loss of synaptic connections between neurons and the shrinking of your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that regulates behaviors like concentration, decision-making, judgment, and social interaction. It also leads to fewer new brain cells being made in the hippocampus. This means chronic stress might make it